Microphone. That'll do. Okay, so I'm really annoyed. I've just spent the last 20 minutes recording an update video for you guys, and then just as I've stopped recording and tried to take the card out of my camera to start editing the thing, I got an error message saying that the whole thing is corrupted and I need to start again. So okay, so it's been a hot minute since I have given you an update, and as 0.0's resident YouTube expert, well, I say expert, the only person who wants to do it, yeah, I feel like I've been remiss in my duties, so I am going to give you just a real fast drive-by, drinking from the fire hydrant style update on what's been going on the last 6 months, because frankly, I don't want to give you too much information, and I'd be surprised if you wanted to hear it, but two things have changed over the last couple of months, and I figured that, you know, hey, it's probably appropriate to let you know what's been going on. So, the first one, and probably least importantly, happened just around Christmas time, and it's regarding our relationship with our management company, Unearthed Music. Now, if you know, you know. There was a whole kind of thing that happened, but just kind of give you the scenario. We signed with those guys towards the end of September, early October, and we had a really great kind of relationship with those guys for a few months. They was pouring into us and helping us understand how to promote and market and manage our release of 1000 Years of Hellfire. That was a really great single launch. It's probably the most professional that we've ever done, that kind of thing. We were planning what we're going to be doing into 2024, including like shows, making industry contacts, and, you know, just kind of planning in new music, new releases, all of that kind of good stuff. And then personal things happened inside of the Unearthed Music camp. That business dissolved, and we found ourselves without management. Now, we was told at that time that yes, the company has kind of imploded and it doesn't exist anymore, so the contract has been ripped up. However, they would probably be in touch, or might be in touch in the new year, to discuss potentially signing up when they've restructured and blah blah blah. Now, they never got back in touch with us, and we had some changes in our finances which made it to be a little bit more of a luxury than most of us could really do. So we decided not to chase them, they didn't chase us, and, you know, long story short, we're no longer in any kind of management contract, but that's fine. We really enjoyed our time with them, we got a lot from it, and we're going to use some of the skills and some of the kind of presentation techniques that they taught us when we put out future music. And I think that all in all, on balance, it was a really great thing. You know, it was sad that we don't have a management anymore, but it was more sad, I think, for all the people involved in all of that kind of stuff. I personally don't care about like scene drama, not interested whatsoever. As I say, stuff happened, it wasn't anything to do with us, the company doesn't exist anymore, everybody's moved on. So that's where we are with that. The more significant thing for us that happened probably about 3 months ago, after we finished our Metal to the Masses heats, and we came out of that, unfortunately, shortly after that, our heavy vocalist, Danny, felt he wasn't really able to continue with us. He had some personal stuff, and if you don't know what that was, again, it's not my business to tell you about that. Just to say that it was like he just couldn't carry on, and it was a real shame for us. Danny is one of those guys who is just, he's just got such a massive heart. He's such a really wonderful guy, and it took us by surprise to say when he kind of said that he couldn't like play anymore. Every Wednesday down in the rehearsal space, Dan would be just such a ray of sunshine, really, and it'd make you feel really good. And, you know, you contrast that with his presence on stage. He's just like, you know, just so big vocally, as well as, you know, he was able to physically command the stage as well. And for me personally, as the yin to his yang, or the yang to his yin, whichever way it's meant to be, my clean vocals seem to flow in and out of his heavy in a really great way. We played off each other really well, and it was just a joy to be in a band with him, if I'm honest. So yeah, it was a surprise, it was a shock, but I can't really be selfish. Dan has, like, you know, things that he needed to kind of sort out, and he needed space, and so it was a hard decision, and he just kind of had to walk away. So we're still talking, still friends, and you know, we wish him the absolute best, but that did leave us in a scenario where we had to think, okay, well, do we replace him, or do I take over the heavy vocals myself. Now, originally, when Danny came in, that was because I was having some real health problems with my voice and my throat, and I thought that maybe my technique wasn't right, or maybe I was like shredding it in rehearsal and in gigs, and that was something that like could have long-reaching effects on my voice. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to offload the heavy vocals onto somebody else and just do the clean stuff. And then having Danny in allowed me to just kind of relax, take stock. But during that time, I was also seeing the doctors, and it turned out that it was kind of like an allergy thing. I got that in check, and I found that like I was able to carry on doing some heavy stuff as well as the clean things. And since Dan's left, I have played a couple of shows where I've done all the heavy vocals and the clean vocals. So it's been a genuine conversation to have, like, hey, do we replace the heavy vocals or shall we just leave it as me? Now, I personally really wanted that extra dynamic to bounce off of, so that we have the choice of having like two heavy bits at the same time, or having like just the ability to, I just love the way that the parts overlap and flow into and out of each other, and also having some clean bits with heavy screams underneath it, or vice versa, where the heavy bit is the predominant part, having like a clean line underneath it, or even having that part where maybe the heavy vocalist goes low and guttural, and then I can do like high fry scream over the top. You've just got lots of different like tools in your tool bag when you've got the two vocalists, and I really wanted to continue that, and everybody else felt exactly the same way. So we put out the advert to say, hey, is there anybody who's interested in being a new clean vocalist? We've got some really great people come down, really passionate, and because we had to open up our like music and our rehearsal space and the lyrics to people that maybe ordinarily wouldn't have seen some of the inner workings of our band, we got some really interesting feedback. You know, we saw people who really enjoyed some of the kind of the clever time signatures and, you know, tempo changes and things that we do within the band. You know, we got some like really nice feedback about how professional our setup is and how we approach things. I think the nicest thing was all about how the people that we saw just really liked the vibe, how it's been, you know, how really friendly our band is. And that, for me, was something that we always wanted to continue. See, because like our Wednesday nights, that's our safe space, right? You know, we're a bunch of guys that have got like real jobs and, you know, families and pressures, as everybody does. And, you know, this is our like safe space. This is where we go, and we Wednesday nights, we blow off some steam, we make some metal, and we didn't want any stress coming into that environment. So we had to be really careful about who we asked in, and also what kind of thing that they was going to be able to bring to the mix. They also had to be reliable and have like the ability to keep up with, you know, some of the musicians in our band. You know, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but there's some real talent, particularly like I think our rhythm section is just next level. I think it's absolutely amazing, and we wanted somebody who could actually perform at the same level that, you know, we aspire to. So it was tough, it was really hard, but without real further ado, we made a decision in the last couple of weeks, and the guy that we offered the spot to is Luke Thatcher. So Luke comes from a background of deathcore and hip hop, and, you know, that might sound a little bit weird, but if you've been hearing our music, we do go through a lot of different styles. We're not going to change into some kind of like Eminem / Lorna Shaw band, but we're happy to like add different textures into our music at any cost. If you've heard that track, if you remember that one, that has got extended rap sections in the verses, which, you know, we really like. So we're no doubt Luke's going to bring some skills and some differences to the sound to really help our sound move forward. The other thing that I personally like is that, you know, Luke fits in just so well at rehearsal. He's got that same quirky, silly sense of humour that the rest of us have. He's really passionate about the music. He's really passionate about kind of contributing and writing, which is fabulous. And he has got an absolutely sick scream. It is so good. I've seen videos of Luke playing live, which give me a lot of confidence that he is going to be really energetic on stage and just giving like everything that I give. So, I mean, he seems really awesome. We've met a few times. I really feel like he's going to fit in. I mean, we had him down last week for the first like proper rehearsal. We got some photos which was put out on Facebook, and like we took about 20 pictures, like not many, we took about 20 pictures. Probably about 18 of them would have been absolutely fine to use. dude's got some presence, you know, and he looks like a proper rock star, which is really awesome. I'm generally speaking don't really care about image too much. I would never base a decision on who to invite in the band in the image, but it's definitely a bonus. Luke looks exactly like a rock star and he acts like a rock star, and but without like the attitude. So I think he's awesome. I really do. Everybody, it was unanimous. We really just wanted him to join. I'm really pleased to say that he has. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited too, you know. And if you want to meet Luke with the rest of our band, you can do that this month. We are playing at the Rutland in Chesterfield at their Metal Night on the 28th of June. It's a free entry show. I would love it if you would come down and come hang out with us. Please do that. That would be so good. Luke won't be playing the whole set. He's literally only just joined. He's got to learn all the music, but I think if we push him and we just give him a little bit of an encouragement, maybe you can leave him a comment and some thumbs ups on this video. Maybe we can get him to drag him up on stage and he'll play one. I'm sure he will. I'm really confident. I think we'll probably be hard pressed to stop him doing one. He's really keen. But yes, if you could come down to the Rutland on the 28th of June for the Metal Night, as I say, it's a free entry show in Chesterfield. It's going to be absolutely dope, and you're going to be able to be there first time that Luke actually picks up a mic with CPC, so that's going to be great. Okay, thank you so much for sticking around. I will do my best to make some more kind of update videos and just kind of keep in contact with you. I hope that's something that you will enjoy. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.